If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I'm a massive fan of this very clever little microphone. It's the CloudVocal Prime. It's a really brilliant little mic, and in fact, loads of our saxophone members use it. But there's a brand new microphone that's just come out from CloudVocal, and it's called the LITE. Now, I've just got my hands on one today, so in today's video, I'm going to be opening up the box, showing you what's included when you get a LITE. But also, I'm going to talk to you about why they've made this new model. What's the difference in it? What's the different features of it? And most importantly, I'm going to be playing on it too so you can hear what it sounds like. So, lots to do today. Let's get stuck in. G'day, it's Nigel here. Hey, thanks so much for joining me for another video. If you are new here, it's the first time we've met, then consider subscribing too so you don't miss out on future videos. Right, so why have CloudVocal made another microphone? Because they came out with the Choice originally, the iSolo Choice. Great microphone, I reviewed that back in January 2020, I think. And then they brought out the Prime, which I reviewed at the end of 2020, about October time. You can watch that up on my channel here, actually. Now the Prime here is a brilliant microphone. It's got loads of great features, loads of effects. I like it, it's so portable. But CloudVocal told me that they wanted to improve their microphone, but also make it a little bit simpler. And that's the whole idea behind the LITE. They wanted to make a microphone that was a bit easier for people who are new to the whole process of using a wireless microphone to use. And also they wanted to keep the same sound quality, but keep the price lower. So this microphone's priced less than the Prime, and I'll tell you a bit more about that later on. But most importantly, I want to find out how it sounds. And the price does appeal to me though, because loads of our Sax School members, and maybe you're the same as this, use a wireless mic all the time because they're recording themselves at home as part of their practice. It's something that we do inside Sax School. But also loads of our members are out playing in local bands or performing with backing tracks. And the CloudVocal microphones are actually pretty good for that because there's a cool feature where you can put your backing track straight into the receiver for the microphone. It's got some effects built in. It's dead easy. Right, well anyway, let's have a look and see what's included with the LITE and see what features we get inside here. So this is the box for the CloudVocal LITE. You make music, we mic it. I like the sound of that. Let's have a look inside. So inside, oh, this is cool. So we've got the same pack that we've seen with other CloudVocal mics and an accessory box. So we'll get to the accessory box in a second, but let's have a look inside the main pouch. Now I like this pouch because it's the sort of thing that you can easily fit inside your bag that you take when you go to gigs. It's nice and durable. And let's have a look inside. Okay, so, ta-da! What have we got in here then? Another pouch inside a pouch. Actually, this is good too. A little pocket in here for keeping bits and pieces. And then in here, a receiver unit. We'll have a look at that in a second. And then we've got another pouch. So this will be the main microphone pouch. Let's have a look inside here. Okay, so we've got yet more zippers and more pouches. So in here is, yep, there is your microphone. Look at that little beauty. So there's our microphone. In here, we'll have all of the accessories that go with it. Let's have a quick look at these. So these microphones have got a very clever system for the way they attach to your saxophone. It's really, really simple, and it uses Velcro with a really simple clip, because the thing is the microphone's so lightweight, it actually works really, really easy. So here's what you get inside the pack then. We've got some windsocks. We've got 3 different options for clips to go onto the back of the mic. I'll show you that in a second. We've got loads of extra bits of Velcro, a charging cable, and of course, a sticker. So the way the clips work, it's dead easy. On the back of the clip, there's some Velcro. So it says face down. So we literally just Velcro that onto here. And then the microphone simply clips straight onto the bell of your sax. So it's really, really dead easy. Now, like I said, the microphone itself is so lightweight that it's really not a problem. It clips on fine. Look at that, I can wobble around, it doesn't even move. You've got a bit of flex in the gooseneck there. And I think the idea by having multiples of these is that you could have them clipped onto other saxophones if you wanted to, or keep them in the cases for your other saxophones, because it just detaches with Velcro. So what about the accessory pack? Let's have a quick look in here. We've got a charger with lots of different options for different countries, a charge cable, an adapter for the 1/4" jack. Oh, we've even got a 1/4" jack lead, so that's pretty cool. And this is our antenna. Oh, I want to tell you about this antenna because CloudVocal told me in the new model, the antenna is actually improved from the old model. It gets up to 40 feet of range and it gives you a clearer signal as well. But I'll just show you where this goes. So the aerial just goes on the back. There's a little dust cover on there and then it simply screws on. Pretty simple. I mean, that's a 5-second job when you get to your gig. So you can see on the receiver here, you've got a bass and a treble setting, you've got a master volume, you've got 4 different effects. We'll have a look at those in a second. And then you've got a blend, and that'll be for the effects unit. And that's it. Now there are a bunch of input options as well. Obviously you've got your antenna. On the side here, we've got the output that'll go to your mixer or to your audio input device, let's say, like your audio interface. And then you've got your power in on this side. And then underneath here, you've got an auxiliary input and you've got a mute pedal. I suppose that's for a mute pedal. That's actually quite a good option. Let's just quickly have a look at how this compares with the previous model. Now this is the Prime, and this is a more expensive microphone. I'll tell you about the prices in a second. But you can see essentially they are the same. The same 6 dials. What's different though is that we've got 8 options for effects on the Prime, only 4 on the Lite. And we've got this effect parameter selector on the Prime. We don't have that on the Lite. Otherwise, pretty much similar. We've got a range boost button on the Prime. We don't have that on the Lite, but otherwise very, very similar. Oh, and there's no mic or line input with a gain as well. And actually, CloudVocal was saying that that helps to keep the noise of this microphone and this receiver lower, so it keeps a cleaner signal. I guess the point here is that you've got all the features that you actually need. Now on the actual microphone itself, there's very few options. You've got a power button here, which you also use for pairing, and you've got your charging point here, and then over on this side you've got 3 different levels of gain for the signal that's coming out. That's really it. You've got your little clip here that you use to attach it, and you've got an indicator light on here to show you when it's actually turned on. You can see it's flashing at the moment because it's trying to pair with the bass unit. But that's pretty much it. There's also a little red light that comes on here when you're actually charging it. And in terms of charge, 2 hours of charging gets you 5 hours of playing on this microphone. So actually it lasts really, really well. Now if we compare this microphone to the Prime, this is the Prime, this is the Lite, you can see they are pretty much identical. Okay, you got the same features here, same 3 things. If I take the windsock off, you can see the light here on the left is just a slightly different shape to the Prime microphone. Okay, let's get it connected up and then we can hear what it sounds like. Okay, so we're all plugged in here. Let me just show you what's going on. So we've got our power feed coming into here. We've got the output from the receiver going off to my computer. And we've got an auxiliary input here, which is actually coming from my iPad. That's a backing track that I want to play along with. Now here's my microphone. Oh, I'm also going to listen to what's going on using the CloudVocal EC5 headphones. These are brilliant actually. I've been using them all the time for the last few months in sax school, so I can hear back the tracks as I'm recording and they sound really, really good. So to get going, all I need to do is to turn my mic on. There we go, and the green light shows and the blue light stops flashing, and that tells me that this is paired. So I'm going to put the microphone on my saxophone now, and then we can have a listen to the different effects in the unit before we start recording. I love how compact this is. You don't even really know that it's attached to the bell, it's so light. Okay, so we're ready to go. Now, the settings on here, you've got a few different things to play around with, the bass and the treble. This is the master output that goes from your receiver to your computer or to your PA, however you've got it connected, wherever your output's going from basically. The wireless is the level of the microphone in comparison to the auxiliary input. But let's have a listen to these effects. So you've got 4 different effects in here. So you get to choose the effect here, and then you get to choose the amount of the effect that's applied to the signal here. So let's listen to this first one. So that's a nice standard short reverb. Number 2. So we've got a longer reverb there. And then number 3. Wow, a really long reverb. Like a concert hall, I suppose. And then number 4. Okay, so that's more like a delay type thing you might use for a pop song, pop solo. Okay, pretty cool. And of course you could back that off a little bit here. Okay, I think I'm going to use number 2 for the recording today. I'm going to play through a standard jazz ballad type tune. This is a tune called Old Memories that we've been learning with our students inside Sax School this month. I'll have about halfway up, I think, on the blend as well. Okay, let's have a listen. Hey, just before we get on with the playing test, let me know in a comment what microphone you use. Do you use a CloudVocal mic or do you use some other wireless system? Let me know in a comment down below. So what do you think about the sound of that? I mean, I've had a good listen back. I think it sounds pretty good actually. And we're getting a really clear signal in there. There's loads of gain or level or volume that comes out of the receiver. So I did have to do a little bit of tweaking with the levels just to get it right so that it did sound nice and clear. But there's loads of volume to play around with, which is wonderful. And actually the sound of the microphone and my saxophone, it's slightly brighter than some of the other microphones I might use in the studio here. But hey, this is a tiny condenser microphone and it's not an expensive microphone either. I'll get onto the price in a second. But overall, I think it sounds great. And I love the fact that you've got those 4 reverb or effect options built in. You've got enough control over them as well to start actually using them in a gig scenario. And I can imagine if you were playing with backing tracks, that kind of thing, that'd be really, really useful. Now for price, the CloudVocal LITE is $449 US, which is about $200 cheaper than the more expensive CloudVocal Prime at $649. So that's quite a reasonably priced microphone, and you're getting a lot for your money in my opinion. So who's the CloudVocal LITE for? Well, I think it's perfect if you are just starting to get your gear together for either recording at home or if you're out doing some performing with backing tracks, because this is such a compact little option. And I'll be honest with you, actually, at home, this is a great thing to use because you don't have to worry about microphone stands and all that sort of stuff. It's very portable. You can quickly get yourself set up and be recording some good sounding saxophone with this little microphone. And the best thing is, when you're done, you can pack it away. It doesn't take up much space. I like the fact that you've got those reverbs or the effects built in. You've got enough options there to get you going, but not that many that you're going to get confused or overwhelmed. Most of us really only use 1 or 2 effect settings anyway, and you'll be able to get a setting in this setup that's going to work for you. So that's the CloudVocal LITE. I really hope you found this review useful. I'll definitely be recommending this to my sax school students because I think it's a great option. And, you know, just before I finish up today, I just want to encourage you that whatever level you're at with your saxophone playing, it's really, really important to spend time recording yourself. It's such a great way to learn, to improve your skills. You know, going through that process of recording and listening back, it's helped me, it helps our thousands of students, and it will definitely help you too. And a tool like this makes the process of recording that much easier. So I just encourage you to include that into your regular practice routine too. Right, I hope that's been helpful to you today. Don't forget to check out the other videos on our channel here. Most importantly though, keep practicing and having fun, and I'll catch you next time.